Hey guys, Spirit of the Law here. I just want to make a quick channel update video and give you guys a heads up that I'm not really sure how many videos I'm going to be able to put out this month. Some of you may have noticed that since December or so, my upload rate has slowed down quite a bit. Just to give some numbers, as you know that's something I like to do, in the 6 months prior to December, I was averaging 9 videos per month, or about one every 3 days, give or take. Since December though, it's been about one video every 5 or 6 days. Now, there's a few reasons for that, so for anyone interested, I just want to let you guys know what's going on for me and talk a bit about my thoughts on the direction for the channel at the moment, especially in regards to Age of Empires 4. First, one big time sink for me lately is I'm doing a master's in mathematics, which has been a long-term personal and professional goal for me. I've been doing it for over a year now, but this semester in particular has just been pretty crazy. The good news is that should ease up quite a bit by mid-April. Second, and personally more significant for me, is I'm moving within Canada from Vancouver Island to Alberta. On a map, it looks pretty close, but trust me, it's quite a long way, and between renovating, selling, finding a place to buy, and just all of the insane logistics of coordinating that move has taken up a surprising amount of time. If you haven't gone through a major move before, it's amazing all of the little things that you don't think of until it's actually happening. There's just a lot of stuff that has to be done, and it's definitely not a coincidence that that whole process basically started in late November. Just between that and the Masters, my video output has been the lowest in a long time, and I realize that and appreciate that you guys have been very understanding. The good news is all of these things are temporary, but I'm just not sure exactly when I'll be able to have everything set up and get back into a good flow again. Next though, I also want to talk a bit about Age of Empires 4. Over the last year, I've had quite a bit of growth on the channel fueled by all of the hype around AoE4 and all the new people it brought in, but at this point, it's left the channel in a bit of an odd situation. Now, I'm sure Age of Empires 4 fans are getting pretty tired of this chart, but just in case you don't follow that game at all or are unaware of what's going on, this is a graph of the active players for each game over time, where AoE2 is the bluish line and AoE4 is the green line. Obviously, there was a huge amount of hype for AoE4, but it's been a pretty steady decline in player base over time. No one would expect first week player numbers to be sustainable for basically any game, and that part's to be expected. But falling below Age of Empires 2's player numbers happened a lot faster than I think most people anticipated. Now, this is only showing Steam data, and from what we know, about a third of AoE4's player base is through Microsoft Store. So if we included those people, the green line would probably move up to more like 15 or 18,000 rather than 10 or 12. Even with that factored in though, it seems clear that Age of Empires 2 is still going strong and technically the larger game at the moment. We don't have to get too deep into the possible reasons for that, but whatever they are, a lot of players are either temporarily less active or in some cases seem to have just moved on. That said, I still think there's a path to turning things around with AoE4. There's a major update in the works and a good-looking roadmap for the next 6 months, so it's not like the game has been completely abandoned. I'm reasonably optimistic if they keep patching things that by summer or at least fall, the game should be in a pretty good place and at least no longer feel like early access. At that point, I think the game could see a revival, especially if they pair it with a significant Steam sale of 50% or 75% off, that sort of thing. That might also be a good time to introduce a very cheap first DLC, including a popular civilization like the Byzantines. If they really nail all of that or come up with an even better idea than what I just suggested, then I think they could get some momentum back in the game. But there's no question Microsoft and Relic are nervous looking at this chart. Having watched all this go down, personally I plan to stick with only Age of Empires 2 videos for now, though I'm going to be keeping an eye on Age of Empires 4 and how it develops, and would be excited to cover that if the momentum starts to turn around. All this to say, I just want to give you guys a heads up that with a very likely Age of Empires 2 DLC on the horizon, maybe even coming out in the next couple of weeks, I don't want you guys to interpret my recent slowdown in videos as a lack of interest or a permanent thing. I'm not sure how long the whole moving phase is going to take me, so I just want to let you guys know there may be a bit of a disruption, but hopefully not too much. I have a lot of AoE2 topics I'm excited to get back to, and I'm very curious, especially about the new DLC, though I have no idea when that's coming out. Like I said though, I'm going to hold off on AoE4 stuff for the moment, and we'll just keep an eye on how that game is progressing. That's all for this one though. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you next time.